January 21st, 2025. How's it going, guys? Well, I've got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to talk about if you decide to go out there for New Year's Eve and some of the complications that we did run into while we were out there. Now, they get about 400,000 people that gets out in the streets there, and they close everything off, which didn't really sound like it'd be a big deal because here in Kansas City, we get about 100 to about 150 when we have the plaza lighting down there. And it doesn't seem like that'd be that big of a deal. Well, it is if you got crazy people pushing through the crowds, and they can't. They have no patience. And night we got there, we went in New Year's Eve. We went and seen 50 Cents. And it actually got delayed. They delayed it for about a half an hour because they were trying to push it up till midnight. Now, we wanted to go out and we wanted to see the fireworks and stuff. So we missed about 15, 20 minutes at the end of the show of that. But it was a really good show. So we get out to the front there by where Planet Hollywood is and stuff. And it was shoulder to shoulder. I mean, tight. And we tried to push out just a little bit, about maybe 8 or 10 feet out from where the doorway was. And there was a couple of guys that got into almost a fight. There was 5 police over there too that basically kind of turned it off. But the problem of it was everybody had already started panicking and pushing one another more. And it was a very not good position to be in if you were in that area at that time.
So we went back inside, and we went outside to the side street.
Yeah, we went out to the back side, which wasn't too bad, and we actually got some pretty good footage of the fireworks going off. But after midnight there, we let about 20-25 minutes elapse, and we were using the monorail. Now the monorail is a great thing to get around. You can go to both ends almost complete and get around. And if you want to go to the old end of town, you just go down to, like I say, one or the other, basically. Like I think it's the Sahara. We stayed there. We stayed at the Flamingo. And you go there, just jump on, get a cab. That's about $25, $30 to go down there and back. Not too bad. But there was another problem. So about 25 minutes into this, after midnight, we started back towards Paris, walking towards that way because we had to get back up on the monorail. And we knew that it was still going to be open. Basically, it was going to run all night long, New Year's Eve night. So we didn't think much about it, but we ended right back up into a massive crowd, and they were pushing and shoving again. And this got really out of hand, and we were caught outside now. We couldn't get back inside. And what was another thing that seemed, they actually block like areas off to the casinos. And I guess they don't let anybody in at a certain time until they can get across. Well, where Paris was at, they were actually crawling over, it was kind of like a small little concrete like wall, and then over a metal fence. It was like crossing the border, and there was tons and tons of people pushing each other over. Well, they were going over to the other side, and there was these bushes, and you could not see where they were ending up, where they weren't ending up anywhere. They weren't getting nowhere because once they got to the other side, they still couldn't go nowhere.
There was a fence on the other side, and they had to jump over that too if they wanted to get over.
But remember the police and their security had those ones up by the casino where they couldn't, and that was causing a big problem because the people, they either needed to only allow so many people in a certain area per section or something, because these people, if they wouldn't have been shoving and pushing, it wouldn't have been a problem. But there was people who even had small little kids, and we ended up over in that one area because there was a couple of security police vehicles there. And we figured that if people started crushing one another, we could actually crawl up on top of the police vehicle if you had to make it through. Now, would you think that that's the way it would be when you went out there on New Year's in Las Vegas? I wouldn't think that would be that way, but it was. And I think a lot of it too had to do with people that were not even here from the United States. There were some people there that were just angry and pushing through, trying to cause havoc. And it was crazy, guys. It was very crazy. Now we finally made it to the monorail, and we thought we were okay. Go ahead, tell them what happened on the monorail.
There was about 50 people on the monorail, because every time it would make a stop, they would let a few more people in, and finally it got to where there was a couple guys that were they pushed themselves backwards and said, "Come on in here."
There was 3 Latin guys that must have weighed 200 pounds apiece, and they turned around and pushed themselves in. Now, I got looking after we rode this to see. It used to have an occupancy deal on there,
sign.
And this was packed like a sardine can, which was crazy. This wasn't just shoulder to shoulder like this. This was pressing tight, and I'm sure that was maxed out on an overload, basically, on those monorails like that. So, but then like I say, the next day I took some pictures. I got pictures. Couldn't find any occupancy deal on that. Now that's kind of strange, isn't it? Because you think they would have that. You go in their like places where you watch. Say the shows and stuff, and it says occupancy, so many people and stuff, but not on that. That was kind of strange, guys. And they needed actually somebody maybe in security that needed to be on that, riding it during New Year's. So then, only allow so many people on and off at a time, since they didn't have common sense on that. But other than that, that was about it. Like I say, it was really interesting. And it was an adventure. It was very cool to see it out there. But I want to talk about a couple other things while we were there, because we got snowed in a couple more days since we couldn't get back to Kansas City. And when I talk about basically, is patriotism here still in the U.S.? Yes, it is. We actually got to go to O-Red, Blake Shelton's restaurant there. And that is the coolest place. If you're a real patriot of America, go check that out, because they do everybody equal there. We stood in line for about 20 minutes to get in. We had a lady behind us that was trying to buy her way in past everybody else, and they wouldn't do it. I mean, they treat everybody equal there. Great food. Good food. We had some nachos.
Oh yeah, their redneck nachos were really good.
Oh yeah. No, they're excellent. And their bands. Oh yeah, great music there and stuff. But there was families in there. There was people that from every side, from high to low income in there, and didn't matter. It was really cool. And like I said, I would recommend that to anybody. If you enjoy music and you enjoy good food, guys.
Let's talk a little bit about the Korean barbecue place. On New Year's Eve, before we went to all the events and stuff, we stopped at Planet Hollywood, and they've got a Korean barbecue place located in their little shop area, like where you walk through different shops. And it's called Jin Korean Barbecue. And what it is, it's an all-you-can-eat. They bring meat out, and you cook it yourself. So they have like ribeye, galbi short rib, chattel, like beef brisket. Then they also have options like sushi, different kinds of sushi. They have some raw fish.
Is it that Alaskan crab roll or what?
Yeah, we had Alaskan sushi roll, and then different appetizers. We had Korean fried chicken.
Tacos too.
Oh yeah, there were Korean tacos. Street tacos were good. But one of the best things there was their galbi beef short rib. It tasted, that was great.
Oh yeah, it was excellent. Definitely worth going to, guys.
And it's about $35-$36 a person, but it's all you can eat, and they'll keep bringing you more rounds if you want more. But
just don't
over order, because if you don't eat most of it, they will charge extra. So make sure if you're gonna order something, you're gonna make sure it's something you like.
We made sure we got it all eaten.
Yeah. So you want to at least eat 3/4 of it, but
And you might have to ask them if you can't use
chopsticks, because we had to wait about 15 minutes to get chopsticks and get
to
water.
get our forks.
Or to get our forks.
Get our forks.
we had chopsticks, but we had to wait 15 minutes to get the forks, and then it was a little wait for the water. But the food was very good.
Oh yeah.
And I saw another review about this place on YouTube, and they had to wait to get forks too. So I think that's just the norm there. They try to get people to use chopsticks, but.
And a couple other ones too. We went to a buffet, the Wicked Spoon.
Oh, that's at the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas Casino Hotel, and it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they have crab legs, they have shrimp and grits, which are really good. They had a variety of meats. Their tri-tip was good. I mean, all their food was very good.
You definitely want to get there early. I think they open, what, 10? Or is it 11?
I'm not sure on the time. I know it's...
Anyway, we had to stand in line
I think it's about 10.
We had to stand in line for about an hour, but you definitely want to get there early so you can get in there before noon on that.
It might be 8. It could be even 8 to like 2 or something, but I know they're open around lunch all the way till about 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
And
there were some people that didn't look like they were going to get in, though.
It took us about an hour to get in. So you want to make sure you get there by 11 probably, or 12 at the latest, to make sure you have plenty of time there. I think it's a 90-minute limit on the buffet there, so just some tidbits there.
And what other place? Dirt Dog.
Dirt Dog, yeah.
Oh, man. Go to Dirt Dog. It's worth the hunt to find it.
Yeah, we got the DUI dog, and it has everything. It has carne asada steak. It has a variety of toppings on it and cheese, and it was really good on that toasted bun. Oh my gosh, that was one of the best hot dogs we've ever had.
A lot of good music. We went one night. We were there at Harrah's, there in the dueling pianos.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah,
that was really cool. Looking back on that, that was awesome. Another thing out there.
I want to talk about the casinos at the old end of town where they have some of those deals too that you can go to.
Okay.
What was it, El Cortez?
Yeah, we went to the El Cortez downtown. That's kind of by the container park area right before that.
You can get a match deal if you use your
if you get a player's card and you show that you show your boarding pass to the person, they'll actually give you, it's a voucher for a free drink, $25 match play on blackjack only. So if you put $25 down, you put it with it, and if you win, you'll win $50 off of 25 instead of just 25. And then they give you it's about $10 free play also for your boarding pass. So that was pretty cool.
They have a lot of good bands down at the old end of town. But I also want to talk about down in the middle of the Strip down there by New York, New York. Now there was a band that's called The Strip down there, band. If you get a chance, check them out. If you like rock and roll, we listen to it all. We listen to country, rock and roll, hip hop, all of it. But excellent band. And it's definitely, it don't cost anything to see them because they're out in front there and stuff. So if you guys get a chance, check them out too.
Another cool thing we did there was we went to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club.
Oh yeah.
And down in the middle of the Strip, kind of on the Link Promenade, and we got to see Brett Ernest and Butch Bradley. Brett Ernest was actually a comedian guy, an actor. He starred in the Cobra Kai series, kind of a small role in that. He was pretty funny, and then the other comedians were pretty good too. Butch Bradley was pretty funny too. And then the first guy they had come out there was pretty good too.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget about the daiquiris that we got.
Oh, we went to the Breeze Daiquiri Bar. They've got one in the center strip, kind of on the Link Promenade, and these are some of their cups. It's basically like Fat Tuesday, but I think it's a couple bucks cheaper. And the cool thing about it is they have different flavors. So they have the ones that we found that were tasty were the Dole Whip flavor, and that's got just regular rum in it. And then also their strawberry. It's got the rum 150 something, some other type of rum, and it was good. They have where you can add shots to them and stuff too. So we got Tito's vodka one time, and that was pretty good to add to it, and it tastes pretty good, really.
And don't forget the Johnny Rocket shakes.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Oh yeah, I love those. They are good. Get a chance, guys. Get one of them, especially the strawberry. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Oh, and don't forget to tell them about the other casino that we stayed at, the little one with it.
Oh, so the last 2 days we were getting ready to head back to Kansas City. We got up at the Las Vegas airport, got through TSA, and getting ready to head to our gate, and got a text that they canceled the flight, so we had to reschedule it. But we ended up staying a couple extra nights at the OEO, that Las Vegas, and that's located over by the MGM, kind of over by where the Tropicana used to be, kind of in that area, on a side street.
It's easy to get around.
I think it's Tropicana Avenue.
Yeah, it's really easy to get around there too.
And it's pretty easy walk from the MGM to it. You just have to kind of cross the street, and it's about a couple blocks down. The OEO, it's a really good casino because it's kind of a low roller casino. They've got a lot of cheaper table minimums. I think they have $5 roulette and $5 craps, at least during the daytime. And then in the mornings and all day, they do have $1 blackjack table that you can play for $1. Now, if you go to that, make sure you get there in the morning, like 10 o'clock, because if you wait till afternoon, you're probably not going to get a spot.
Yeah, you're not going to get in.
Because people are going to be on it all day. That was a fun little table to play at, especially if you're someone that doesn't want to risk a whole lot and you just kind of want to learn to play for fun. That dollar blackjack table at OEO is really cool.
And we also won 2 free nights there too. The thing of it is, anymore, most of the casinos don't give hardly anything like that unless you drop massive amounts of money and stuff. But actually, when I used to go out there way far back, like Stardust and Western Ho and all them, you used to be able to get like 1 or 2 nights free, for incentive. And then you could go out there and you could stay several days on top of it, like the Stardust had a motor inn that they'd give you like free, and then you could go to like their hotel section, stay 4 or 5 days. It's pretty cool. But this was the only one that we come across that actually you can you play a machine and you can win certain things. You can actually win like a free night. You can't use it within like 3 or 4 days after you get it, but from that time period you have 1 year to use it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we want to talk about that.
They have a steak and shake inside there too, so I'm sure if you're on site, there's a couple of pretty good restaurants that are fairly cheap, reasonable prices.
We got a shake there one night.
Yeah.
We got a shake there one night too.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
and the environment in there, seems like there's quite a few people that come to that casino to play, so it's pretty cool. The rooms are, just basic room, but they were fine. I mean, they were clean, and that's what counts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was well worth it, and I think yeah, it seemed clean.
It was good.
It was nice.
And then we were at the Flamingo for our other nights, and the room we got was an attraction view, and you could see the Spear, and you could also see the high roller observation, kind of like a Ferris wheel. And that was.
Well, it's something to really see. We're definitely going to go back and stay a couple of nights there at the Flamingo.
The Flamingo was fun.
Also, it's got a bridge there that when you go to actually the monorail, you can actually see the Sphere. Remember, and you get a real good view from that angle too, guys. So I guess that's probably about it. That's all I can think of.
Oh, the Sahara. We stayed at the Sahara the first night on New Year's Eve. And it seems like a pretty, even though it's an older hotel casino, it seemed pretty nice inside. Like they remodeled it pretty good.
It's really nice in there. Only thing, it took a long time to get through the line. I will say that the Flamingo, they do have their stuff together on the electronics, because even the young people there that were, about 22 years old, they weren't using that. And boy, we went right up there, used the machine, and got through and got our room.
To check in and check out.
In.
If you just have your
Excellent.
ID and you put that, slide it in there, and it'll pull it up within. I mean, you'll probably get it done in 5-10 minutes at most. Probably closer to 5 minutes, and instead of waiting in line for an hour. So
I couldn't get over some of those young gals over there. Some of those ones they were standing in line. I bet that was about an hour and a half wait. To
so
get to that line.
if you just have your, your ID and you just input your information, it doesn't take very long to do the check-in at the kiosk. It's a lot faster. You save time and get to spend more time doing stuff you want to do out there.
Well, now that's the only thing. I think if the Sahara had something like that, I think that would be they would have the edge then. But the thing of it was they didn't have nothing like that. You had to stand in line, and it took you long. They had a lot of people that were at the desk and stuff that were helping people, but it still wasn't the same. And if they had something like that, I think they could probably do a lot better.
And we also went, one more thing, we went to Caesar's Palace and walked around, and that was cool. Sightseeing and just looking at all the statues and the scenery. So
it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it up for right now, but we've been trying to get this video out here for the last week and a half or better, and since the weather and everything else hasn't cooperated, and now we're at frigid temperatures, I mean, but anyway, if you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button, and have a good one, guys.